morning, people. It is me, Lorelia Gascon.
It's me, Micah De La Rosa, and you are watching HD News. Let us have a glance at the headlines first.
Global migration made simple. What you need to know.
The viewpoints regarding the statistics presented.
Most Filipino workers choose to work in Asia.
What does this statistics tell us?
Is international migration benefit the economy of our country?
Why people choose to work abroad? The migration is the key feature of our increasingly interconnected world. It has also become a flashpoint for debate in many countries, which underscores the importance of understanding the patterns of global migration and the economic impact that is created when peoples across the world's borders. For further information, we have our reporter Nina. Nina?
Migration is crossing the boundary of a political or administrative unit for a certain minimum period, which has two types of it. First is the internal migration, which is the movement of people from one area, like province, district, or municipality to another with one country. Second is international migration, that crossing the frontiers which separate one of the world's approximately 200 states from another. Though the great majority of borders crossings do not imply migration, because most travelers are tourists or business visitors who have no intention of staying in the country for good. Many scholars argue that internal and international migration are part of the same process that should be analyzed together. International migrants are divided into temporary labor migrants who migrate for a limited time to work and send money back to their families in their home country. High-skilled and business migrants are qualified individuals such as managers, executives, professionals, technicians, and others who move with the internal labor markets of multinational corporations and international organizations. Irregular migrants are also referred to as undocumented or illegal migrants. They enter the country without the necessary documents and permits in search of work. Refugees who are unable or unwilling to return to their home country due to a well-founded fear or persecution due to race, religion, nationality, or membership in a particular social or political group. Asylum seekers who move across borders in search of protection. Forced migration includes not only refugees and asylum seekers, but also people compelled to relocate due to natural disasters or development projects such as new factories, roads, or dams. Migrant family members are referred to as family reunion or family reunification migrants. Return migrants are people who return to their home countries after spending time in another country. Cause of migration, disparity in levels of income, employment, social well-being, and differences in demographic patterns with regard to fertility, mortality, age structure, and labor force growth. According to neoclassical economic theory, the main cause of migration is individuals' efforts to maximize their income by moving from low-wage to high-wage economies. Migration decisions are made not just by individuals. They often represent family strategies to maximize income and survival chances.
Thank you, Nina. According to the Philippine Statistics Authority's 2016 survey on overseas Filipinos, the Middle East countries in the Asian continent remain the most popular destination for OFWs. Approximately 1 in every 4 OFWs worked in Saudi Arabia from April to September 2016. Other popular destinations included the United Arab Emirates, Kuwait, and Qatar.
People migrated for many reasons, ranging from security, demography, and human rights. Therefore, this statistic shows whose country has the most leading destination of OFWs by place of work. Hence, it shows that it is Saudi Arabia. OFWs working in Asia were accounted at 83.6% of the country's total OFWs, about 26.6% of the total 1.77 million OFWs work in Saudi Arabia, followed by United Arab Emirates at 14.6%. Other countries in Asia with large number of OFWs include Kuwait 6.4%, Hong Kong 6.3, 5.4, and Singapore 5.3. In my point of view, demographic and economic migration is related to labor standards and employment and the overall health of a country's economy. Pull factors include higher wage, better employment opportunities, a higher standard of living, and educational opportunities. If economic conditions are not favorable and appear to be a risk of declining, further a greater number of individuals will probably migrate to countries with a better outlook. The most migrated from the other country was Asia. The perfect example is most Filipino migrated because of the high unemployment rate in the country. It is alarming that many Filipinos have identified among themselves there is a high level of unemployed in the country and they wish to help their families by working and earning money outside of the country. The insecurity of finding regular and financially satisfying work in the Philippines is driving an increasing number of Filipinos to seek greener pastures abroad.
Thank you, Corinne. In 2016, the number of OFW rise up in Asia. So let's hear why most Filipino workers choose to work in Asia.
That's right. It seems that wherever you go in the globe, you will be liable to find a Filipino community already established or starting to emerge. Filipinos are among the most dedicated workers in the face of the world and have commendable qualities which endear us to other races. As Filipinos tend to adapt to different cultures with ease, we are able to assimilate in communities easily and tend to work hard, save, and send remittances to our loved ones back home. Here are the top reasons on why Filipinos tend to choose to work in Asia. First is that we have high unemployment in the country. There is an alarming trend that many Filipinos have identified amongst themselves. There is a high level of unemployment in the country and they want to ease their burden for their family by working and earning money abroad. The uncertainty of regular and financially rewarding employment in the country pushes more and more Filipinos to seek greener pastures abroad. Next is for the reason of having higher salary, income, and benefits packages. Let's face the reality that the prevailing salary structure in the Philippines is one of the lowest in the region. And many Filipinos cannot make ends to meet with their salaries in their regular jobs, so the lure of getting a higher salary coupled with better benefits package with the job makes it a no-brainer for some. Then finally, we have the reason of having better career opportunities. The country regularly produces great professionals who can excel in their various fields of endeavor. However, with the limited career opportunities presenting themselves to these professionals, they are forced to look for career development opportunities in Asia and in international locals. Not only will they earn higher valued currency, but will have the opportunity to pursue professional development.
Thank you, Fiona. HD News will be right back.
Welcome back to HD News. According to the Philippine Statistics Authority's 2016 survey on overseas Filipinos, the Middle East countries in the Asian continent remain the most popular destination for OFWs. Joshua will elaborate further.
The statistics tell us that Asian countries were the leading destinations of OFWs. Middle East countries in Asian continent continued to be the leading destinations of OFWs. About 1 in every 4 OFWs worked in Saudi Arabia during the period April to September 2016. The other preferred destinations were United Arab Emirates, Kuwait, and Qatar. In conclusion, 2016 statistics shows us many Filipino workers decide to work due to economic condition. Many people become disenchanted and choose to leave the country as a result of government's inability to provide basic services to the majority of its population and the slow rate of economic development. They become productive citizens of other countries because they are dissatisfied with the direction of the economy. As a result, they decide to leave the Philippines and pursue opportunities outside the country.
Thank you, Joshua. HD News will be right back.
Just seconds after washing, ang germs. Balik sa kamay. Balik sa kamay. Switch to Safeguard. Not only removes germs, but helps protect even after wash.
Protected, protected, protected longer. Basta Safeguard safe.
Welcome back to HD News. The report examines how migration affects key policy sectors in the Philippines, particularly the labor market, agriculture, education, and investment and financial services. Is international migration benefit the economy of our country? Rona will tell us more information.
Yes, Lori, international immigration helps the economy of the Philippines. The Philippines stands to benefit from further integration of immigration into sectoral and national development strategies. International immigration is at the core of the economic and the social development in the Philippines. Policymaking has evolved from primary issue to increase of overseas employment opportunity to an emphasis with immigration protections in the linkages with the development. The country would benefit from further strengthening its whole of government approach to making immigration an integral part of overall strategies development, argues a new report by the OECD Development Center and the Scalabrini Immigration Center or SMC titled Interrelations Between Public Policies, Migration and Development or IPPMD in the Philippines.
Thank you, Rona. As we discuss the increasing demographics of the Filipino workers abroad, how about you, Micah? Would you also choose to work abroad in the future?
Definitely yes. I will consider working abroad if I had a chance in the future. First and foremost is because of the higher salary. Let's face it, the Philippines has one of the lowest wage structures in the area. My fellow Filipinos are struggling to make ends meet on their current income. So the prospect of a higher salary combined with the greater benefits make it a less for some and the better opportunities. The country consistently generates outstanding experts who thrive in a variety of professions. However, due to the limited career options available to these experts, they are driven to seek out opportunities for advancement in international locations.
Thank you, Micah. That's all for today. We will back with some more news updates. I, Lorelia Gascon.
Micah L. De La Rosa, and we are the HD News reporting.